I'm so disappointed in America. Some of you just couldn't selfishly put your pride aside, huh?
He's a rookie in the league whose team sucked, who asked out at the end of the season with an injury, who won't shut up about herself.
Did Angel Reese just fumble her entire career over an election? The WNBA's rising star just had an epic meltdown that's got everyone talking. But here's the real question. How did she go from breaking records to breaking down in a matter of hours? One day she's tying Candace Parker's double-double streak, the next she's tweeting about being disappointed in America. What happened? We've got the full story, and trust me, it's wilder than any game she's ever played. Let's rewind for a sec. Remember when Angel Reese was tearing it up in college? Man, those were the days. This girl was a force of nature on the court. She wasn't just good, she was rewriting the record books. Picture this, Reese grabbing rebounds like they were going out of style, scoring points like it was nothing. She was unstoppable. I mean, she averaged a double-double in her final season at LSU. That's insane. And don't even get me started on her defense. She was swatting shots left and right, making opponents think twice before driving to the hoop. But you know how people are. Some doubters were like, sure, she's dominating in college, but can she hang with the pros? They thought maybe she'd hit a wall in the WNBA. Well, guess what? Angel had other plans. Spoiler alert, she didn't just survive in the WNBA, she thrived. Big time. From day one, Reese was out there proving everyone wrong. Her first few games? Off the charts. We're talking double-digit points and rebounds like it was no big deal. Let's break it down. In her debut game, she dropped 18 points and snagged 11 rebounds. That's a double-double in her very first pro game. And she didn't stop there. Game after game, she kept putting up numbers that had everyone's jaws on the floor. You know what's even crazier? By her fifth game, Angel had already broken a record. She became the first WNBA player ever to record 5 straight double-doubles to start their career.
WNBA has been around a couple of decades, and people didn't notice the game. They're noticing it now. Well, that's because of Caitlin Clark.
That's not just good, that's historic. But here's the thing about pro sports. It's not always smooth sailing. Even for a phenom like Angel, there were some bumps along the way. The pressure was intense. Everyone was watching, expecting her to be amazing every single night. How did Angel handle it? Well, that's where things get interesting. Sometimes she looked unstoppable. Other times you could see the weight of expectations on her shoulders. But one thing was clear. This girl wasn't backing down from any challenge. The question on everyone's mind was, could Angel keep up this incredible pace? Or would the grind of the pro season eventually catch up to her? Stick around, because we're about to dive into how Angel Reese faced these challenges head-on. Angel Reese's double-double streak, it's absolutely bonkers. Let's dive into this madness, because you won't believe what she's been doing on the court. Game after game, Angel's been putting up numbers like a video game cheat code. It's like watching a machine designed for one purpose, dominating the paint. She's grabbing rebounds like they're going out of style and scoring points like it's a walk in the park. But here's where it gets wild. She didn't just rack up a few double-doubles. No, she went and tied a WNBA legend. Can you guess who? That's right, Candace Parker. The Candace Parker. Mind-blowing, right? Angel's rookie season is already in the history books, standing shoulder to shoulder with one of the greatest to ever play the game. Let's break down some of these games because the stats are nuts. It all started on June 4th against the New York Liberty. Angel dropped 13 points and snagged 10 rebounds. Not bad for a rookie, right? But she was just getting warmed up. Fast forward to June 23rd, and Angel went absolutely ballistic against the Fever. 25 points, 16 rebounds in one game. That's not just good, that's make the veterans nervous good.
Would Angel Reese prematurely end her rookie season to spare herself the embarrassment of losing Rookie of the Year to Caitlin Clark?
You know what's even crazier? Her coach, Teresa Weatherspoon, couldn't stop gushing about her. She said, "We're all incredibly proud of her, and the accomplishment is big. It's huge for all of us because she's a team player." Imagine being so good your coach is hyping you up like that. But it's not just about the numbers. Angel's got skills that are off the charts. Her rebounding, it's not luck. She's got this elite understanding of angles and positioning that's scary good. And her motor, it never stops. She's out there working harder than everyone else every single night.
Because anybody who's watching could see that what was going on with Chicago and with Angel Reese.
Now, I'm not saying she's perfect. Her offensive game still needs some work, and there have been some spacing issues on the team, but averaging 13.6 points and 13.1 rebounds per game, as a rookie, that's insane. With all this success, though, comes a whole lot of pressure. The spotlight's on Angel now, and everyone's watching. How's she handling it? Well, that's where things get interesting. Stay tuned, because this story's just getting started. You thought college rivalries were intense? Buckle up, because the Angel Reese versus Caitlin Clark saga just hit a whole new level in the WNBA. This isn't just any matchup. It's the rematch everyone's been waiting for. Remember that NCAA championship game? The one where Reese threw Clark's own celebration back in her face? Well, that was just the warm-up. Now they're both in the big leagues, and let me tell you, the hype is off the charts. The fans were losing their minds. The media? They couldn't get enough.
They see millions here illegally taking their tax dollars. You're starting a battle you don't want, Angel.
It was like the Super Bowl, NBA Finals, and World Series all rolled into one. And when these two finally faced off on the court, it was absolute madness. You know what's crazy? Their game became the most watched WNBA matchup in 23 years. That's right. Not since the days of Lisa Leslie and Cheryl Swoops had so many people tuned in to watch women's basketball. And Reese? She knew exactly what was going on. She straight up said people were showing up to see her, not just Clark. Talk about confidence.
Why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person, it's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that.
And Angel Reese is stirring this up. So while she doesn't, Angel Reese always comes off as the victim.
But here's the thing. This rivalry isn't just about what happens on the court. It got personal, real fast. Social media exploded. Everyone had an opinion, and they weren't afraid to share it. It was total chaos. You had people praising Reese for her boldness, calling her a queen. Others were slamming her for creating drama. And Clark? She was just there, focusing on her game, which only added fuel to the fire. The pressure on these two was insane. Imagine having millions of eyes on you every time you step on the court. Reese's coach even said she had to battle through a lot in the public eye. That's not just basketball. That's a whole different ball game. But you know what? Amidst all this drama, there was still basketball to be played. And that's where things get really interesting.
Selfishly. My God. How about any other take is being selfish?
How did Angel perform under all this pressure? Did she crumble, or did she rise to the occasion? Let's just say, Angel Reese wasn't about to let anyone steal her spotlight. She was out there every night, battling for rebounds, scoring points, and proving why she's one of the most talked about players in the league. But was it enough? Or did the weight of this rivalry start to take its toll? Stick around, because this story's far from over. Just when Angel Reese thought she had the WNBA figured out, bam! Life threw her a curveball. You won't believe what happened next. An injury. But not just any injury. We're talking season-ending, career-altering stuff here. Can you imagine? 1 minute she's breaking records, the next she's breaking down in tears. Let's talk about this injury for a sec. Angel fractured her wrist. Yeah, you heard that right. A hairline fracture in her left wrist.
He's a rookie in the league whose team sucked, who asked out at the end of the season with an injury, who won't shut up about herself.
That's the kind of thing that makes you wince just thinking about it. And get this, she had to get surgery. At 22, the docs were worried about arthritis. Arthritis! That's old people stuff, right? Now picture this, the Chicago Sky fighting for a playoff spot. Their star player, out, gone, kaput, for the last 6 games of the season. Talk about bad timing. The Sky's playoff hopes, they were hanging by a thread, and that thread was fraying fast. But here's where it gets wild. The rumors started flying. You know how people are. They see a star player go down and suddenly everyone's a detective. Some folks were whispering about performance-enhancing drugs. Can you believe it? No proof, no nothing, just wild speculation. But that's the price of fame, I guess. While Angel was sidelined, the world kept spinning. And boy, did things change. Trump won the election? Yeah, that Trump. And Angel, she wasn't happy. Not one bit. She took to social media, and let me tell you, she didn't hold back. You know what she said? "I'm so disappointed in America. Some of you just couldn't selfishly put your pride aside, huh?"
I'm so disappointed in America. Some of you just couldn't selfishly put your pride aside, huh? This is how elections work, Angel. Be disappointed in the fact that you'll never beat Caitlin Clark.
That's some heavy stuff from a basketball player. But Angel's not just any player. She's got opinions, and she's not afraid to share them. And she didn't stop there. Nope. Angel was on a roll. She was all about fighting for women and children and their futures. Talk about using your platform. Here she was, stuck in a cast, but still making noise.
Know by now, Donald J. Trump is going to be the 47th president. It was a landslide. Because Angel Reese just went bananas online, truly. And as you can imagine, she's getting absolutely crushed.
That's Angel Reese for you. Never backing down on or off the court. So how did she handle being away from the game? Like a champ, that's how. She might have been benched, but she wasn't out. Not by a long shot. Angel was plotting her comeback, and you better believe it's gonna be big. The question is, what's next for this WNBA star? Trust me, you won't want to miss it. So, what's next for Angel Reese? Let's talk about her comeback story. You won't believe what she's got planned. First off, Reese isn't letting this setback keep her down. She's already looking ahead, talking about her future in the WNBA and this new league called Unrivaled. Imagine this, Angel, back on the court, stronger than ever. She's pumped about it too, saying stuff like, "This year of women's basketball was legendary, and I'm so glad to be a part of it."
Where women's basketball is. People are talking about women's basketball, but you never would think that we'd be talking about women's basketball. People are pulling up to games. We got celebrities coming to games, sold out arenas.
That's the spirit we love to see. But here's what's really wild. Angel's not just focusing on basketball. She's got this podcast, Unapologetically Angel, where she's spilling all the tea about her life. And get this, she's doing it to inspire young girls. How cool is that? She even said, "Girls like you, little girls that look up to me, being able to wake up every day and know that little eyes are watching me." That's some real role model stuff right there. One thing's for sure, Angel Reese isn't done making headlines. On the court, off the court, doesn't matter.
This and that and the other and all your sponsorships, you clearly don't care about the everyday American. Angel, the people you talk about voted. They just did not vote for your candidate. This is America.
This girl's gonna keep shaking things up. And you know what? We can't wait to see what she does next.